Welcome to Faith, Feathers, and Fresh Cuts. My name is Laura. I am a senior living solo in the suburbs and making the most out of my property as a small homesteader. I have lots to share with you. You will find hope, peace, and comfort through life's experiences and skills I learned along the way, my ups and downs. So come along the journey with me and remember to like and subscribe because it will definitely help others along the way too. Okay, so today we are going down to the Coop and we are going to slush through all the snow that we have in Illinois here. As you can see, there is all kinds of snow. And it's cold and damp, but it's actually in double digits right now in Illinois. So it's not too bad. So how I started backyard chickens was I grew up on a farm when I was a kid in Iowa, and we had a dairy farm. We had horses, we had chickens, we had turkeys, we had a lot of different animals. Just part of my heritage. And the town that I lived in, they started to inspire people to possibly do chickens and have backyard chickens, and there was a bunch of committee meetings. I went to a few of them, and one of the politicians, I'm a hairstylist, she used to come to me and she says, my main job is to, before I leave, is to be able to get chickens in people's backyards. I think it's a great idea. So the night they were voting at the committee in my town, I had decided to go and just see how it was going to all end up. So it passed, and as I was walking in, Fox News was there live, and they asked me, are you for chickens or against chickens? I said, oh, I'm definitely for chickens. I was raised on a farm, and I just want to see the results tonight. So they did a live interview on me, and that's kind of how it all started, and that was 2014. And the permits came in effect May 17th, 2014. And May 17th is my birthday. So I actually applied the day they came out on my birthday, and I am the first chicken permit. So I am the chick lady, they call me. So I would just want to take a little time and show you the coop. It looks really, really bad right now because it's in the winter, and I got the plastic over it to keep I have Silkie chickens. I have 3 of them, and it's a real nice hobby. I really enjoy it. It's so much fun to just see their little tactics that they do, and the eggs are fantastic. So I had put plastic over this winter, over the pen, and I had bought a cover from Amazon, and it worked pretty good. It doesn't fit really well, so don't laugh, but it has worked really well for me and the chickens, of course. So I'm gonna turn this video around, and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna try to get a little chicken and introduce you to them, and here we go. So here's the pen that they're in right now. And then in the summertime, they're allowed in this little grassy area, and they like to peck and claw and find little bugs and worms and stuff. And here's actually the coop that they sleep in at night, and it's attached to the pen, and there's like a little stair you'll see that they come up to. And as I open the door, I had insulated it about a month ago or so. We had a couple 40-degree days, and I put styrofoam up, and then I put reflective insulation with the tape over it. And actually it's worked really, really well. And I have a very, very small radiator heater, and it's got a lot of safeties on it, and it just gets really cold here in Illinois, and it was like minus 25 below. Although I did bring them in for a short period of time when it was minus 25, and they were in a little tent in the laundry room for a couple days, and they did fine. And then I have an automatic coop door, which is really fantastic when you're not home or you're running around or whatever. You know your chickens are safe at night, and it's battery operated. I got all this off of Amazon. It's the Run Chick, the T50. It's about 2 years old, and it was pretty inexpensive too. And I always keep a little thermometer in here to see what the temperature is. And I have a chicken cam. Where is it? I have a chicken cam on the shelf up here. Oh, you can't see it. But yeah, it works really well. And I have a sweeter heater, a small one. And you probably have heard of those, right there at the top of the roof. And it just gives them a little bit of heat, but it's been cold, so cold here that I've had to use this little oil heater. And it, like I said, it works well, and it's probably it's pretty safe. I don't use it all the time, only when it's really, really, really cold. And I know there's a lot of controversy on that, but when you're living in a cold state like this, and it has been really cold this year, your choices are kind of limited. So I'm going to set this down and open up the gate here and go in. Okay, come along with me. I have a door that's about 6 feet high, so it's easy to get in, and so it's a nice walk-in coop, and it works really well. I've had this, I don't know, for about, well, since 2014, because I haven't changed. I've changed a few different coops, but this one I haven't. I really like the setup. Here are my girls. The buff one in the middle there, well, closest to me, is Jasper. And the black one underneath the sweeter heater is Licorice. And the gray one kind of shine back there is Silver. And they're about 5 years old. I think in June they'll be 5 years old. And they are just really sweet little chickens. I really like the Silkies because they're a little docile. They're sweet. They like to be pet. They look like little puppies. They're soft, and you know, they're a lot easier for me to catch. You know, I'm a senior and I had the bigger chickens like the Astralorps and the Wyandottes, but they were hard to catch. They have big wings and they can fly a good, you know, couple feet or so, 3-4 feet, and it was a little bit of a challenge for me. But I really enjoy these guys. The eggs are good. They don't produce as many eggs as a regular chicken does, but these are like a specialty little chicken, and I just love the hobby. I think it's really good. It keeps me moving in the morning and the day, and you know, being single, it keeps me busy. You know, I like being the homesteader on the property here and doing different things, and like I said, that was a little bit of my heritage. So I do have a light in here when I have this all covered up, and just to give them a little light so it's not so dark. As you can see, it's got like an insulation, the cover does, and then I got plastic you know, beneath that, so it works out really well to keep the drafts out. And yes, I keep a thermometer in here to make sure everything's okay. I have a heated waterer, and it's really great. I love this one, and I check it every day just to make sure it's working. You don't want frozen water. And it's a 2-gallon poultry drinker. And let's see, where'd I get that? I think I got it at Tractor Supply online, and off season you can get those pretty cheap. You know, mine broke in the middle of the winter a couple years ago, and I had to spend a little extra, you know, to replace it, but they are worth it. And then they have their oyster shells. I get the powdered ones because it's easier for them to consume than the big oyster shells. And then the grit, which helps, you know, break down all the food, and the oyster shells will give them stronger egg shells. And I love my feeder here, my grandpa's feeder it's called. I've had this since 2014. They learned to step on the throttle. You can see my foot here, and open it up, and it's really safe, you know, to keep rodents and other animals out of it, and birds. And it fills up on the top up here, and it's really nice. It was kind of expensive at first, but in the long run it saves you feed. It keeps things protected. And there's like a little safety thing. When you first train them, you leave it open about like this much until they realize there's food in there, and they get used to putting their feet on the throttle and see that move. So after about a week, you take that little pin out, and then they understand how to use that. So let me see if I can get one of my little Silkies here. I'm going to just set this down here, and let's see what we can do. Hey girls! Hi, Licorice! Okay. We got Silver. So I'm going to turn this around now. And this is my little Silver. I have 3 hens. You cannot have roosters in a lot of the little cities. She's just really sweet and fluffy. She's a good little chicken. They make great mamas. So if you ever had eggs that you wanted to hatch, you know, they're great mamas. They kind of go broody, where they want to sit in the nesting box and, you know, thinking that they're gonna, you know, lay some eggs and hatch some babies. But I really enjoy the chickens, and I think that's all I have for you today. We will talk. Have a blessed day, and stay tuned. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.